But dude, when I play football, man, I just drop into my body. I'm just free-spirited. I'm just like, let's play, man. Let's do it. Hey, pass the ball. Man, and I just spent most of my childhood just playing football out. Honestly, man, lots of it on my own. Just on the street, bro. It's just enough. It just is perfect, actually, man. Because when you really know yourself, man, you kind of know the patterns that your mind goes into and you know yourself. But then, if you do something a bit different, maybe something you used to do loads as a kid, you kind of like, most of your mind like drops away and you kind of like take on this new energy. And it's like a really enlivened, spirited, free energy where you're just like, yeah, you're a child again. You'll just do the thing and you'll be like, man, I just love who I become. Or really, man, if you're quite perceptive, you're like, man, I love what drops away. These days, man, as more of an adult, I'm thinking a lot about things like my business and my finances and just taking responsibility and all that stuff. But when I've got a ball at my feet, or when I'm at the park, I guess it happens with animals too, man. I quite like being with animals. I just feel like free again. You know what it really is, man? It's almost as if what we mean by like kid, being a kid, is actually a certain state of consciousness. That's what it really is, isn't it, man? Because what are we referring to? We're referring to experience. We're referring to a state of being, a state of mind. But like when you're a kid again, you know, if we say that colloquially, we mean, what do we mean? We mean being not in the mind as much. We mean being in our bodies. We mean just being free. And what I would invite you to do, man, is to identify, or really, it's not even identifying, it's just remembering what makes you feel like a kid again, you know? Because you can go for like months without really like doing stuff that you love. That's possible. If you just get caught up in some BS, you know, and that BS could be anything from like, you know, anxiety and addiction, or it could be like, you know, chasing work and success, but not really, you know, being. In fact, that's what this whole thing is. Being a child again is just being. So simple. And like, you know you're in it when you don't need much. When the thing itself satisfies you, you know? It's like everything becomes simple again. You know, really, if I'm really honest, man, like, just a ball of any kind, if I start throwing that around, or kicking that around, I start to feel it again. The childlike state of being, the flow, the spontaneity, the hey, hey. I don't know what that means, but it's just like, basically not that rigid adult with an ego and ideas and being in the mind. Just messing around with my brother, just playing, just making up stuff, just calling each other weird names, but like being creative with it, being spontaneous, just being weird, you know, because someone can see you, so you get to be as weird as you like. And there's like, isn't it funny, there's an illusion that people aren't as weird as you at home with, you know, with their family, but really they are. You just don't know about it. Isn't that cool? And to be honest, man, I probably do this one every single day. Every single day I'm showing my butt to my brother. I'm calling him some weird ass names that I have for him. And that's just what I choose to do, because that makes me, honestly, that makes me lose my mind. I drop my mind. I'm not in my mind. I'm free. I'm free when I do that. And I'm in that childlike state of consciousness. And it's a tragedy, man, because I know how I've been in other contexts. And I'm like, why aren't I fucking like that? Why aren't I that free kid? Why aren't I just what's true? Myself. That child, the inner child, who's free. Why aren't I like that always? With all people. in all contexts. What the fuck has gone on? What the fuck has happened? Where have I gone? It's moments where you find yourself really serious, really in your ego, where you're like, you know, I feel quite away from my true childlike self. Times where you're really like trying to be someone. And honestly, man, this happens even if you are a self-aware, conscious person who is aware of ego and is aware of stuff. It still happens, man. Happened to me a few months ago. I was like, why the fuck am I so serious? What the fuck is that? That's not who I am. And so you've got to practice self-forgiveness. That self-forgiveness comes from a super childlike place. Because you know, when you're a kid, you just don't really give a fuck. You just don't really care. It comes from that same place. Like, there. I don't care. I'm just in the moment. Final thing for me is, if you forget that you are a free child, get back in tune with it. Remember it. Be silly. Be a fucking dork. And just feel free. Feel fucking free, man. That's it. Okay. I've said everything I want to say here. My friend, enjoy doing this. Take care. Lots of love, man. And as always, peace.